Hello, ladies and gentlemen. And in this video, I'm going to slightly read an article and tell you what I think of it. I already read the full article, but the video was too long that I did prior before. So anyway, um, redheaded men and redheaded women have it differently. There is a double standard here, but redheaded women have the benefit of this double standard. Redheaded men, however, don't. So this article basically goes over why redheaded men shouldn't be treated like shit, and how redheaded women, over the years, they lost that very sexist stereotype about them, and now they're found extremely attractive amongst all women, next to blondes. Blondes are first, redheads are second, brunettes are third. So, now, let's just see how. This is written by Mary Anderson. If you want to read the rest of the article, to the description box down below. But anyway, 1, 2, 3, 4. Here's the first 3. Here's like the first quarter, first tenth of the article. The other night, my husband and I were having a conversation about one of our favorite topics of future possibilities of our first and 6-month-old, and went something like this. 6 months old, and went something like this. Her husband says, "Do you think he will be good looking?" She says, "He'll be the most handsome man in the world." Her husband says, "Yeah, I guess it's possible. Look at Prince Harry, there's a chance." Like I said in the other take of the video, I don't see what your husband sees in Prince Harry. I'm sorry, I just don't. It took me a second to realize that my dear husband thought our child, who was still 99% bald, but shows promise of red hair, would somehow overcome the fact that he'll be a redheaded boy and triumph over such a disadvantage to be handsome anyway. It took me one more second to go off on him for such a subtly discriminatory thought, especially since he married a redhead. But here is the thing. I'm a girl, and girl gingers, while the few people who poke fun are usually considered to be attractive because of their red hair, ginger guys, however, seem to be looked down upon and begrudgingly recognized as handsome despite other red hair. Yeah, she has a point. Like I said in this video, like in the beginning, redheaded women have come a long way from the very sexist stereotype about them, and now they're one of the most attractive women next to blondes. And, redheaded guys, however, still have this stigma, and she gets into this article about. Many strides have been made in ginger acceptance in recent years. There are powerful, sexy ginger ladies everywhere you look now. Having porcelain skin and freckles as cheek. Long gone are the days of awkward, goofy, Pippi Longstocking. Now it's all about freckle-faced strawberry. Porcelain skin is very metallic, and that's dangerous. Fair skin, however, is natural for most redheaded men and women, but porcelain skin is very dangerous to have. It's basically all metallic metal makeup. And that killed Queen Elizabeth I, by the way. She gained, I forget which disease from it. but it affected her. She got a blood disease. I forget which kind though. But all the metals and the aluminum killed her, and the mercury added too. It killed her. Because it was dangerous to put on the skin. It ate away at her good blood cells, and it killed her. Um, but redheaded guys still have it really hard. In the words of my auburn-haired and dashingly handsome brother, quote unquote, online dating is not very friendly for a ginger dude, and that is the least of it. Society seems to be dragging its feet on the acceptance of desirable ginger men, meaning awkward, unattractive, unathletic character in your TV show or movie. Why not make him a redhead so the audience really knows how weird he is? That's true. I made a tweet on Twitter a couple of days ago where I basically where I said, you know what the best part about being a redhead male is? No, it was Facebook that put this on. Anyway, you know what the best part about being a redhead male is? And when you go into bars, people find you unattractive, so you don't have to take part in small talk conversations. That's boring, and people assume you're the town drunk. So yeah, she's right about that. Richard Cunningham, for example, what a fucking square. And it's not a crock. Ron Howard is a redhead. So yeah, she's right. It's strangely socially acceptable to make redheaded guys the subject of jeering or pity. There's even a news story recently that announced a very popular sperm bank was no longer accepting donations from redheaded men because nobody wanted them. Yikes. Well, I've seen the interview that you guys did with Milo Yiannopoulos, and it was a sit-down interview. He wasn't conducting it. He was part of the conversation. And one of the creators of How to Be a Redhead as well, which comes from, said that it's not that redheaded men weren't desired, it's that their quota was filled. And I think that's stupid. I think quotas are discriminatory in a lot of ways. This is why I'm against affirmative action. If you don't know what affirmative action is here in America, if you're watching this from the UK or anywhere else in the world, I'll tell you what it is. It's where you take a certain race of people and you fill a quota. So therefore, like you have a white student, a black student, a Hispanic student, all apply for the same college, and they all have, the highest of grades from their high schools and from the districts where they came from. And so therefore, the college looks at the white student, denies the white student's application because they have enough white students. What did they lack? Black students and Hispanic students. So therefore, the black student, the Hispanic student, one of them is accepted not based on the fact that they have a high GPA, but based on their ethnic background, which is very racist and discriminatory. And so therefore, yeah, it's true. Redheaded men face discrimination as well. But the discrimination towards redheaded men is not as serious as discrimination towards black men or Hispanic men in America, or even in the UK at that. Transgender men have it worse in the UK than redheaded men. Gay people in England have it worse with homophobia than in America, than redheaded men in England. So, anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you want to read the rest of the article, it's going to be in the description box down below. Anyway, see ya.